Thursday. You guys know me every day. Every day is beautiful, y'all. What's going on, everybody? I'm working. Okay, I haven't had a really chance to work yesterday or today. Um, look like my Walmart order is here. Um, Let me call my children and tell them come get it. What's good, replay gang? Listen, this live goes out to my replay gang. Listen, one of my peeps, one of my fam bam was like, I'm in the shower, but I'm listening to your replay. Somebody else was like, look, I'm chilling with my grandkids, but I'm checking out your replay. That's why I do this. Like I always tell you guys, when I used to be at work, pecking away at the computer, bored to tears, trying to pass my time, I would find a good podcast like Armand Wiggins or just find something that was good to listen to so I could take my mind off of work, or sometimes I would just listen to music or whatever, and it really helped my day to go by. So if I'm helping your day to go by, if you're listening to me while you're just cleaning up or while you're running errands, because I do that too. Sometimes I don't want to listen to music. Sometimes I'll turn on the podcast or I'll turn on one of you guys and listen to you while I'm out doing me. So if that's you, if you are checking me out, and if I'm helping you to get through whatever it is, even if you just like listening to me because you like what I be talking about, shout out to you. Shout out to you, especially my replay game, because it's a lot different when you're not tuned in to the live as it's happening, right? So I love that when you guys come back around after the live has ended and you're watching all the way through. You're watching to until the end. Like my girl Snizax that's in the Chizak. What's up, beautiful? Snacks is so damn fine. And I know she be like, MMG, like, you so. And I'm telling you, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them at all, honey. I love me some man. But Snacks always has a snacks and she looks like a snack. How about that? What's good, girl? How are you doing today? How are you and the boys? Thank you. Please hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe. Y'all, my monetization is messed up. So if you are a member and you received an email and a few of you were hit me up like, what's going on? Why did they pause my membership? Apparently you have to verify your AdSense account. And I messed up, y'all. I don't know. But I finally got a hold of someone today and by chat, because it's like let me tell you, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, trying to get somebody to a human to talk to at YouTube. But I found somebody today, and they said they will get back with me within the next 24 hours. So prayer hands up, and God is good. I guess that just teaches me a lesson to pay attention more, right? I don't be focused. I'm not even gonna lie. So now I'm really, really trying to make a serious effort to read everything, because I've always been one of those girls who just like kind of glance through something and be like, okay, I know what it says. I guess that's the ADD in me. But now, as I'm getting older, I can't just skim through stuff. So I got to read it all the way through. Thank you for watching that content. It looks really cute. I can actually see it from the next room. That's the first time I put a tree in that area, and so I have it lit up, and um, I like being able to see that view. And then, of course, on the other side, I get to see outside. So when I look to my right, I see my tree lit up, and when I look to the left, I get to see outside. And today is raining, so yes. Hold on, guys, 1 second for me. So yeah, but we're doing good. Today I went and got a massage. Y'all, all I know how to say is I'm doing good. I'm blessed and highly favored because I am that. But life has been life, and I've been super busy with my girls, super busy trying to keep this house running, trying to make sure I stay above the fray and that I stay focused and that I stay in a positive spirit. But it's really hard because the devil is busy. Like why? Like the moment he hears you get to thanking God, the moment he hears you happy, the moment he sees you're doing well, he gonna be like, "Let me see what I could throw in there," and I'd be like, "God, but I'm not bothering anybody. Why are people bothering me?" Or, and God be like, "You a punk like that, for real? Because if you're a punk like that, then how are you speaking to life and to others? How can you be a soldier for me if you're gonna punk out every time life gets hard?" So like today, I was just like, I don't even feel like doing nothing today. And then I remembered I had an appointment for a foot massage, and I was like, just cancel it. And then I was like, girl, go get your massage. You're gonna feel better. And honey, that was the first time I went there. It was like this little storefront, little. It was called Asian Spa.
Grab it.
And I never went. Okay, guys, I am live.
She's being mean.
Okay, just go ahead and grab my order and come on in. It's not even raining like oh my
You grab the stuff. I can't. It's in the way.
oh my hold on you guys. They are cutting up.
It's wet.
I cannot believe how they cut up like this right now.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
Mom.
gosh.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, it just got super ghetto.
This is not the worst of us, Mom. God, like we're feral.
She said stop acting like they're feral. You just acted feral. Thank you, awesome beauty. Bring that water in here. Raven, put the water down and stop it. OMG. Anyway, y'all.
Mommy might be
I'm live.
hurting her kid.
Girl,
Just kidding, guys.
they're trying my life tonight.
I love you, Mom.
I love you more, baby. Girl, go on and get that water and close that door.
One last one.
All right, love you, baby.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for the support.
You're right. My baby girl said, thank you for the support. It's always those two. One is 18, one is 13, and those two go at it like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, just constantly. Hey, nature lover, how are you doing tonight? Hey, Freddie Flunky, what's good? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Did you start decorating yet? I know you started decorating snacks. I've been meaning to go to Hobby Lobby. We were supposed to go to Hobby Lobby since last Saturday. Hopefully this Saturday we make it to Hobby Lobby and see. My girls want to go to Hobby Lobby and they also want to go to Home Goods because, like my family room, it has nothing in it now. We just have like the sectional, and then I just got a like the fireplace stand. And my girls were like, "Why did you get that? That's so lame. We already have a fireplace, mind you. I have never lit my fireplace because I've always had like light colored couches in the living room for one, and then number two, also I have never lit it because you got to keep those things clean, right? So I'm like, I'm not fiddle faddling with that. I'm not doing that. And I just never did it. So I was like, let me get a stand with a fireplace, a fake fireplace. They were like, that's crazy. And once I turned it on, they loved it. So we got the shelves in there, and we're going to go to Hobby Lobby and see if we can find some Christmas stuff to put on the shelves and just really make it look very festive in there. So we don't really go in there much these days, but when we do go in the kitchen, we can see it. So, Hobby, you want to go to Hobby Lobby too, nature lover? That's what's up. I've never been to Hobby Lobby. I've seen Snacks go to Hobby Lobby, and I've seen other creators go to Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, I need to go there. But Hobby Lobby looks so big from the outside, and Walmart is big enough, but it has departments. I don't like usually going aisle after aisle and seeing a lot of stuff. Like, it gets to me. I don't know what made me. I was just like, we never did a pink tree. We never did Barbie, and it was like, a lot of stuff to get. And then I got things from Amazon, and I also got things from Walmart. But I was like, let me do Barbie this year, and Barbie is not really something that you can find like that. You can find pink, but Barbie is a little different. So, hey, Ann, how are you tonight? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Valeria, I love water, but I've been doing bad. I've been doing bad on the waterfront. I've been drinking a lot of chai tea. I don't really drink coffee. At home, too, they have everything. At Home Goods or at home. Yeah, I think your tree is going to come out nice. I already know. I want to see it too when you decorate it. So make sure you let us see either the process or you going to get what you're getting. All three. All three. I have a lot of Christmas content still to put up, but I just haven't had the time to do it. Like I was saying, I went and got my foot massage today, and then the lady talked me into. I was gonna get a full body massage anyway, but I wanted to see how she did on the foot massage, and that was okay. So I was like, okay, I'll come back for a full body massage because I really wanted to come home and get to work. But she was like, oh no, they couldn't even speak English at this Asian spa. That's what it was called, Asian spa. I hope that wasn't cold for nothing. Anyway. So she did a great job. I gave her a good tip. And usually when they do my back, they knead too hard. And I think I have a little something going on in my back because when I get massages sometimes I'm hurting afterwards. And usually it's not the same day, it's the next day. So I won't be surprised if I have like a big ache in my back. Like it's so sensitive. If you just touch it a little bit, like if you put too much pressure, it's over with for me. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen this time. Are you all ready for Christmas, Ann? I hope so. I hope you're getting ready. We don't have a store called At Home. We don't have that. I haven't heard of it in California at least. I mean, like we have different things than people have on the East Coast sometimes. Like we don't have a lot of stuff you guys have. What I really want is chicken salad chick. I want to try those people out. Like we have In-N-Out Burger, but nobody else really has In-N-Out Burger. What else do we have? I don't know. I can't really think of anything that California has besides In-N-Out that most people don't have. Because you guys have all of that stuff in Florida. Like everything. At Home is a great store. I wonder, do they have like a website where you can buy things online? I'm sure they do. Deep tissue massages can be painful afterwards, right? One time I went to one of those places called Massage Envy. Oh my gosh, it was the worst experience ever. My best experience was going to this place called Burke Williams. I think Burke Williams is like in it's near Santa Monica Beach. And when I went to Burke Williams, let me tell you, it was the most magnificent thing ever. It was where I first learned to exfoliate my face years and years ago. I had never heard of doing such a thing, but I started exfoliating it after I went there. And the massage was just, Oh my gosh, I was late, so I didn't only got 30 minutes instead of an hour. It was expensive, and the place was just like beautiful. It was real rich and high class, but um, I did get the 30 minutes, and I was married at the time, and I kept saying, "Oh my gosh, she gave me the best massage ever." And my husband kept saying at the time, kept saying, "Oh my God, the way I massage you, are you crazy? Like you're gonna tell me somebody else?" And I had to finally lie to him and tell him, "No, well, it wasn't like yours, but really, this girl hands, it was like, I don't know, like she dipped her hands in some kind of butter. I don't know. It was a very good massage." But so I was a little leery about this Asian spa, like at this little storefront. It was like literally like just walking through a strip mall. And so when I go in, and I did some video, I don't know if I posted, but I go in and it's okay. And what I didn't like about it off the back, it's like she's doing my foot massage, but it's like not in the private room. So I'm like, why wouldn't they have this like in a private room? But they did have the body massage in the private room, but nobody else was there. But then I noticed some guys kept walking past. I'm like, this is so distracting. Like, I don't want to be getting a foot massage in front of these guys just walking back and forth. You in the bushes, girl. It's late to be cooking. Chicken salad chick was a no for you, even those grapes. What are you cooking at this time of night, child? I had made red beans yesterday, and I had a smoked turkey wing, but we didn't really eat them yesterday, so I let them cool down and put them in the refrigerator, and tonight we ate them. They were okay. And after I left the massage place, I was like hungry or low key hungry. And it took everything in me not to go to Popeyes and go get me a 3-piece with a biscuit and red beans and rice. I'm like, girl, you already have red beans and rice at home. So I went to the store and got some, and I already had wings at home too, but they were frozen. So I went to the store and got some more wings, and then I fried the wings. I started cooking like really like at 1, 2 o'clock, but I had to pick up kids from school, working on different stuff, posting different things. So we just got through eating at about 5:30 or so. But yeah, I give my grandchildren money for Christmas, and when I was living with them, I took them shopping, or I took their mom and their dad shopping for them so they don't see their gifts until. That's a good way to do it, Ann. That's a good way to do it. Kids like money anyway. Like my kids, rather you just give them money so they can go to Sheen, especially the 16-year-old Robin. My daughter Robin do not play you buying her anything, and she didn't specifically ask you for it. It will not get worn. Today, my 18-year-old had on all her sister's clothes. I bought them coats they refused to wear. She had their coat on. It's raining here. I bought them all like Aeropostale 2 pieces last year, and they didn't wear them. She had a brand new set on. She had on brand new clothes and coats, head to toe. That my kids, if they don't pick it out, they don't wear it. So I don't even pick it out for them. And I'll be like, look, did you guys see my Walmart video? They be like, oh, that was nice. Or if they don't see it first, and if they don't say it's cute, it's like, if I say that it's cute, or if I pick it out, it's an automatic no for them. Hey M3Z, what's greasy? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you are doing well tonight, you and your boys. M3, what did you cook tonight? Oh, you guys had a game in practice? Chicken wings and fries for the boys. That's quick enough. That's quick enough. And you can't really cook that pre. Well, fried chicken is always good, but you want, like I cooked my chicken. I was done with it at 3:30, but we didn't. It was still warm, but it wasn't hot, and I would have loved it to be hot. But my microwave just went out, and I said I'm gonna wait. Well, I guess I could have put my wings in my air fryer, but I'm on a hunt for a new microwave, so I'm gonna be looking in these Black Friday streets to see if I can find me a decent microwave. I want something that's like 1200 watts. So when you go up past 900, they get a little bit expensive. So I'll be looking around. Yep. You got to get the red beans and rice, top them with the biscuit, and then put some. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like to take the biscuit and just chop it up in my red beans and rice and eat it like that together. I don't put strawberry jelly on it though, but I am so hot. I've been hot at Popeyes ever since they got rid of the strawberry biscuit. That strawberry biscuit was a life. Then they came out with a chocolate biscuit, a chocolate chip biscuit, and I think a blueberry biscuit. It was like, why would you do that? Why would you get rid of them damn strawberry biscuits? Like, come on, like, that didn't make no sense. Sometimes they don't like what you pick out either, and kids are so funny. The boys ate some chicken nuggets and fries. I ate some chicken and vegetable wontons. Sounds good. Sounds like sounds like you guys ate some frozen dinner, some frozen food. You never had the strawberry biscuits from Popeyes M3? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would get 5 of them. Like I had to stop myself from going to Popeyes. I would get 5 of them because I think it was 5 for a set amount. Maybe it was like $1.39 for one at first, and then it was like 5 for $5. I can't remember. I think when they first came out, it was like that. And then my daughters would eat one, and I would probably try to eat like 2 or 3. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I hate when they do that, nature lover. They love to do that to us. What was it? It was something that, okay, Walmart used to have these. It's this restaurant out here called Dickie's. Do you guys have Dickie's barbecue where you live? Well, I don't really like Dickie's barbecue all that much. But Walmart started carrying Dickie's sausage link. You know how the Hillshire Farm sausage link comes in a rope? Well, before the pandemic, Walmart had Dickie's sausage links, like the rope style sausage links, and we would put those in our crab boils. We would put those in our spaghetti. It was so good. Those sausage links, we had stopped eating Hillshire Farm sausage links. So around the pandemic, they started getting really iffy. So we would, every time we seen them, I loved them, my sister loved them, my aunt loved them, my mom loved them. We would like literally clear the shelf. So I don't know why they wouldn't put them back out. After the pandemic, that was it. We didn't see them no more. Recently, we started getting that coffee cake, the market side coffee cake at Walmart. I seen it 4 or 5 days before I just said, you know what, I got to try this coffee cake. And then I told my Mom, I hate to do this to you, but you got to try this coffee cake. Ever since then, they don't keep it in Walmart, but I had enough of it. I'm going to stop eating it. You cook whiting, macaroni, and broccoli. Ooh, did you fry it? I haven't had whiting in forever. My mom and dad, oh, my dad is from Jackson, Mississippi. And when I tell you he can cook some fish, he hasn't cooked fish in a long time, but I'm going to ask him, can you cook some fish? He used to cook that whiting. Oh my gosh. With the bone in it, you got to be, because you know, you get that bone in your throat, you be. So they had started getting to the point where they wouldn't eat boneless fish. They would only eat the fish with the bone still in. And so he would make whiting all the time. Yes, you fry them. That's good. He used to take like some flour. It would be mostly flour. And then he'd add a little cornmeal, just a little bit. And then he'd season it. Then he'd put the fish in there. I don't know what he did to it. But when I tell you I could eat a whole plate of his fish, and I'm a fish lover anyway. I love fish. I can eat fish 2 or 3 times a week. But I was thinking I'm a seafoodie. I was thinking of doing gumbo for tomorrow since it's raining today and tomorrow, but I made the beans today. So I don't know. And the beans were kind of good, so I mean, we got to finish those beans. I know they won't eat them. I don't know, I'll probably take those beans to my mama's house tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to do. But she made beans this week too. So, yes, y'all. But when I tell you, listen, before I went for the massage, I feel like it was a lymphatic massage. You know how people who have plastic surgery, how they go get those massages? I feel like it was like that because before my hands felt really like stiff, like they were kind of swollen. My joints felt stiff. I don't want to be, do too much, but while before I got my foot massage, right after I had to use the restroom. Right after the massage, I had to use the restroom and I didn't have any water. I feel like that was because the massage helped move some fluid, right? So, I don't know, you guys, it wasn't too much. It was like $55 for the foot massage, but they massage your arms, they massage your face, your neck, and everything with the foot massage. And if you get the full body, you get your back and all that stuff in your legs. And it, altogether was just $100. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too bad. Like I said, I paid more than that just for 30 minutes. So like $250 for a 30-minute massage and like a small little facial. But yeah. Absolutely, responsibilities come first. It's been a while since I had a massage. The last time I had a massage, and like I said, the girl did okay, but she had my back hurting a little bit. So I was like, ugh. Like it was okay while she was doing it and she did the hot stones. If my back hurts tomorrow, then no more back massages for me. Because that's why I didn't go. But the last time I probably had a massage was probably 2020. And then after that, for a while, people weren't doing massages and things like that that has you in, close quarters because of COVID. So it had been a while. That's a long time. But I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna start getting massages again, and I just didn't do it. And then finally, I was just driving through a parking lot, and I was like, you know what? Let me call them and see if they have appointments this week. Yep. I could red beans. Ooh, peas. Ooh, I could not stand peas. And I hate peas with a passion. Ugh. Like if they're in like a pot pie or if they're in fried rice or something, if they're hidden well, then I can tolerate them. But ugh, peas are just, I don't know. I don't like peas, but I just don't. A massage is always good. You get them at physical therapy. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get if I can get physical therapy through my insurance and get free massages. Yeah. I didn't come live yesterday. I was so tired. And then I wasn't about to come live today either, but I was just like sitting here and I was really trying to find you guys some more stuff on Black Friday. Today I posted a Michael Kors bag. And when I say don't sleep, y'all, this is just a heads up. When I tell you guys don't sleep, this holiday season, that's because I found a really, really good deal. I haven't worn Michael Kors bags in a long time, but I know that a lot of you all are Michael Kors fans. I saw somebody with a Michael Kors purse on today, and it was just like one I had a few years ago. And I got to thinking, where the hell is my Michael Kors bag at? And now that I remember, I think my second daughter, Kiara, I think she took all my Michael Kors bags. She may be listening. If you listening, because I know I had a bag just like that for a while. Like after I had my last daughter, I was buying Michael Kors up. So it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I bought a lot of bags already. I had so many bags. So, but I think my kids took them all. I still have my Coach bags from the 90s and stuff like that. I have two signature Coach bags that I will not let my kids have. Remember when we used to wear those little bags with the little short, you know how like the little Paris Hilton style purses that you just put on your arm? I have two little small Coach bags like that I will not let anybody have. I call them vintage Coach. But back to what I was saying. Um, the Michael Kors bag was $59, but they had like six or seven, maybe more than that. They had a few different colors, and I think sometimes Walmart, how they do it is their stock is based on where you're at sometimes. So if your store has it, then it'll be available. But sometimes my store may not have it, and it'll say out of stock for me. But if you're somewhere else, it'll be in stock. So the colors may be based on the region that you are in, based on how fast they can get it to you from whatever warehouse is closest to you. So, but I thought $59 was really good for a Michael Kors crossbody. Is that good for a Michael Kors purse? I haven't bought a Michael Kors purse in years, but the last time I bought one, I think the cheapest I ever paid for a Michael Kors purse was probably $100. And that was years ago. So I don't know if, and I thought that was a good deal back then. I don't know if $59 is good for a crossbody. It wasn't a small purse, so it was a decent size. So let me know, because I don't want to be thinking I'm telling you guys something that's really good, that's a real good bargain, and it's not. And you're like, girl, I can get that $59 bag all day long. So let me know. You know, girls love their mama's things. I don't have any girls. I had 3 boys, but we used to love our mama. Yes, my girls are so funny. They won't wear something if I get it for them, but if they see me get it for me, and I'm way bigger than all my kids. I'm like 3 times their size. Well, not my 2 older daughters, but my younger 3. I look like a huge monster next to them. That's when I'd be like, ooh, I gotta lose some weight. But they always want to take my stuff. Like, all of a sudden they found out they like Kurt Geiger. They just took all my Kurt Geiger bags from me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, let me have one, or can you buy me? All of a sudden they wanted Kurt Geiger. But when I first got it, they were like, I asked them, do you guys want to tell for our purse? No. But then when I had them, then they took all my purses. Even my Robin. My Robin doesn't even wear big bags. She usually wears a crossbody. And then all of a sudden last week she was like, oh, can I have that Kurt Geiger bag? And I don't wear it anymore, so I didn't mind. But I was like, since when do you need a big shopping bag? She wants to put her books in it, so whatever. At least somebody is using it. What team unalived on the cruise ship? I'm gonna go watch that. Was he M-worded? He was unalive, so that means he was M-worded. He didn't just get found and something happened. That's a great price, you think, M3? The stepbrother? That's like that one girl. They did a documentary about her on Netflix, and she was on the balcony, and then all of a sudden the whole family was in the room asleep. And they saw her, when they went to sleep, she was on the balcony smoking a cigarette, and when they woke up, they never seen her again. It was a girl, suspect is her stepbrother. I want to hear about that. I'm going to watch, as soon as I go off of this, I'm going to go and check your live out. Because I haven't been on YouTube all day today, but I'm going to check your live out. It's crazy, this world we live in, you guys. It's like the stuff I hear kids doing to their parents. It's like they're so disrespectful. Like, I heard about that woman in Chicago, and some kids jumped her, a mom and her kids. That was insane. A mom going to get her kids from school. I don't know all the details. I don't know what happened, but they said some kids jumped a mother and her children. Like, what is this world coming to? And then if that's your kid, like, how are you handling that? What type of kids are you raising? And then I feel like as a mom, because my kids are like, even the grown ones, like this season of my life, I'm like, I can't believe you're behaving like this. Like, it's really had me down this whole week. And like I said, God was like, are you gonna fold that easily? Like, you know who you are, you know who you belong to, and you know the type of mom you've been, you know who you are, you can't listen to that. And when I looked at this mom and I seen what she went through, how humiliating that must have been for her to get jumped on with her children by other children. And the community has rallied around her, I hear. And I don't know if this is true because, people put stuff on the internet that's not true all the time. But I read a post and they said that she had some type of GoFundMe. They moved her to a better neighborhood. I guess they did this all in one day. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, you guys let me know if you heard about it and if any of this is true. But they said that they helped her children with Christmas. They got her kids into a better school. Just all around blessings. Blessings on top of blessings. And sometimes it just reminded me, sometimes you got to go through some BS to get to something better. Like, you're going to have to go through stuff, and that's unfortunate. And I know that that's probably going to leave a bad memory in her kids' mind. So I hope that they can heal from that. For real, for real. Hey, Callie. Callie's in the house. You have to go live more to get back on the algorithm. No, they don't have respect for adults. And it certainly was disgusting. It's like, wow. My daughter just switched schools, and I have had my daughter homeschool, but she was like, she wanted to go back to school. She wanted to socialize again. She had been on me, and I was just like, no, just finish 8th grade at home. I really didn't want her, because she was going to a school in another district, and I wasn't happy about that one. But this school that's in our district, I felt like it was racist, and my daughter said she has never heard the N-word so much. And there's barely any, black kids at that school. It's mostly Latino and white Americans, mostly Latino. And she said all they say is the N-word all day. And I'm just like, and when I pick her up, I see kids cursing. And this is middle school. I don't even see this happening at the high school. I feel like middle school kids are worse than high school kids, because middle school kids are just starting to get out of elementary, and they're in flux between becoming young adults, what teenagers are, a little bit more mature, and they're still like little kids, right? They still have little kid minds, but they play too much, they curse too much, and they get into too much trouble, and they feed off of each other. And you can have a parent at home that's really telling your kid what to do, telling their kid what to do and how to behave, and they still go to school and act up. However, I feel like if you put something good in your kids, then most of the time they're not going to be so easily persuaded by kids who are acting up. And like I said, peer pressure is something else, but most of the time, kids who have been taught better and who have had love poured into them, they're not gonna mess up like that. Yeah. Sorry, I am texting Walmart, guys. You did a video about the Chicago mom too. I've been sleeping on you. I'm going to go to your page and catch up on those stories. Right, if she hurt those kids, she's wrong, right. What if they had came back for those kids, and then everybody would have said, oh, she should have let the police handle it. She should have did this. She should have did that. I mean, that's just like those little kids who did that to that 5-year-old. Like, this was little kids. And I just heard this week that a 9-year-old was arrested for an essay of a child. What is this world coming to? Listen, all of this is a result of sin. And people say, no. All of this is generational. A lot of it is. It's more than just the father being in the home. It's more than parents not teaching their kids. It's spiritual. And a lot of it is coming because of whatever we did beforehand. Like we are definitely forgiven and we are shown mercy and grace. But I heard something about somebody else today. My mom was telling me, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And before I would have judged it, but because I'm a mom and I know how I've been going through things with my girls, then I just had to understand it. And then somebody else, another family member, say, you know what? The devil is just busy. This is what's going on with me, and we just have to stay prayed up, and we do. She said because that's that's not just that's just not regular behavior. That's abnormal. That's a mental illness that they're doing this and that they're doing that. We got to pray for them, and you know what? We do. We have to stay prayed up. Before I leave my driveway, before I really turn on my car, I pray over my kids. I even pray for the other children at school, their parents, the principals, the auxiliary staff members, everybody, the faculty. I pray for everybody at the school, all the students, because we have to do that. And we have to put good things into our children, not so that they are better than other children or so that they'll be perfect and they won't do things, but so that they are less susceptible. Maybe they'll think twice before following the crowd, or maybe they'll be like, no, I don't want to do that. Because a lot of the times we don't know, as a parent, you don't know what these other kids have going on at home. Some kids, they have a decent life, but some kids are being abused. They're watching their parents be abused. Their mom is at work. Maybe she's a single mom and she's at work. Maybe dad is in jail. You don't know what these children are going through. Sometimes mom is at work and she's leaving her kiddos with family members, and the family members are abusing them. So you just never know why a child is acting out. Because, a lot of times kids, I know when I was a kid, when I acted up, because MMG used to be something else, I was bored. I was bored. I was super bored, and I was constantly doing stuff when I was between the ages of, I want to say, middle school. In middle school, I cut up, okay? I cut up. I cut up real bad. My principal couldn't wait to kick me out of that school. He tried with me. And I would get smart with him. Ooh, he tried with me. But I cut up. And I want to say between the ages of 13 until about 17. And by the time I want to say 15, I had really calmed down. But definitely by the time I was 17, I was in college at 17, and I had really turned around. Thank God, glory be to God. But I was something else. And I was incorrigible, and I was definitely a ringleader. Sometimes I would be around friends and they would rub off on me and I would rub off on them, but I was definitely one of the ringleaders. So I thank God that my kids are nothing like me. They are nothing like their mama. They absolutely need to be held accountable, M3. Kelly said he don't know. What would you do? He said, I would imagine. Kelly said he don't know what he would do if they jumped his baby mama and kids. Man, it would be hard to understand that they're just kids. They're just kids. No. And that's what people don't understand. As a former probation officer, I've seen it all. I have literally seen it all. We have housed kids as young as 8 years old who have committed violent crimes for everything underneath the sun. Criminal behavior doesn't begin in adulthood, it begins in childhood. And it usually begins with kids who are latchkey kids, who are bored, who are low performing in school, who don't have, the proper resources in place, who don't have the parental guidance in place. Having a parent at home does wonders. Just imagine you have a 13-year-old that's going home alone after school versus a 13-year-old who's getting picked up by mom after school and driven home, right? And mom is more aware of their friends and who they hang out with. My 13-year-old, she's always wanting to do something, but no, not unless I know the parent. And then her friend, her good friend, my daughter's best friend, her mom is the same way. No, you don't go nowhere unless I'm there with you. And we take them, that's how I've gotten to know her best friend's mom. We get together and we take them wherever they want to go. We take them. And we're both not overprotected, but uh, we're both aware parents. Even my 18-year-old, she'll say, "Mom, can I go to the movies?" Like picks and chooses when she wants to be like a child and a young adult. But for the most part, she'll say, "Mom, can I do such and such?" Or, "Mom, can I do such?" And she don't have a problem asking me. Me, when I was 18, I used to tell my mom, "All right, I'm out of here." It was more like, "Can you watch my daughter?" And most of the time, my mom would never say no. My mom would never say no to watching my child because my child was like her kid. It was never no. She just didn't want me taking her nowhere. I couldn't take her nowhere. No, even though I'm a mom, I couldn't take my child anywhere without my mom saying she could go. I think that's what needs to happen. Like that lady whose son pew pew that teacher, that mama she had to go do 2 years, and a lot of people because the kid was already acting up. But how in the hell did your 6-year-old get that? How did he get that? Why would you have that to where if your kid is already acting up? I think he had already assaulted the teacher. Like at 6 years old, I wish I would have a badass 6-year-old. That's doing stuff like that. I probably would go take that 6-year-old to the woods and leave it. I'm just playing. That's a joke. I don't know what I would do. What would you do with a 6-year-old acting up? Like a 6-year-old cutting up? Like just cutting up and out of control? That's crazy. If you don't listen, if you're a parent, if you're a mother or a father, check this out. All that laughing at what your kids are doing and thinking it's all cute and fun when they're 2 and they're trying to say curse words or when they're cutting up. No, you get that together. If you do not have your kid in order by the time they are 2, you're going to have a problem. And definitely if your child is non-compliant at 3, 4, the teachers won't be able to do anything with your child. Don't think that your child, once they get older, no. You have to start guiding your kid and nurturing your kid when they're 2, setting boundaries and limits for them. When they're 2 years old, when they're starting to challenge you, you have to tell them no and let them fall out. Let them throw their little tantrums because that's typical 2-year behavior. But at 3, it should be 1. No, 3 years old, they understand more. They should not be kicking and screaming and throwing things and hollering at you because they're going to do that when they get 4, 5, 6. And by the time they go to school, the school will not be able to handle them. And it's not really the school's job to try to correct what you didn't address. If your kid is acting out, if your kid is not going to sleep at night, that's pretty indicative that your kid have a problem. They have a mental health issue because kids sleep at night. Kids sleep 10, 12 hours a night. And if you're having a hard time getting your toddler or your preschooler to sleep, that's a problem. And sometimes the problem is the diet. Sometimes the problem is you're not taking them outside and letting them play enough. You're not getting enough of that energy out. And sometimes if you've done all of that, give their ass a bath. Let them get in that tub and soak and play. And you watch them and let them stand there till they get turned into prunes. If they still don't go to bed, get them some meds. Get your kids some meds. Help them sleep at night. Because when they don't sleep, when your kids don't go to sleep at night, they're not getting a chance to rest their brains. And that can make them psychotic too. All your teachers were 50 plus, Callie. Teachers are not sticking around for decades anymore. The teachers are 50 to 60 and where they are 23, right? Fresh out of college and still hot and lost, right? I was thinking once I retired that I might go into teaching, but number one, I don't want to be around kids like that no more. I did that already. My ministry with children is over. And my kids was like, no, mom, no, that's too stressful. Those kids are bad. We don't want you to do that. You'll be too stressed out. No. And then they know their mom anyway. They're like, hell no, we're not going to go through that with you. Like, no, you're not working with those kids. But yeah, they don't want these teachers. Hey, Lisa J. Stocks, thanks for tuning in. Not just discipline, just how to treat other humans is a disorder. Now these kids see too much. Right. They do see too much. And then the legal system don't want to arrest them. They want to placate kids. And like I said, if a kid does some of the things that these kids are being accused of doing, if you assault a mother with her children, it used to be a time, oh, their mama right there. Like kids have respect just because you were an adult, right? And I hear my mom say, oh, when we were kids, we couldn't do this. But even me growing up, we wouldn't say cut somebody's mama out or, man, please. If you would have went and told my mama that, I cussed you out or I said something like that, my mama wouldn't be done with me. And I'm not just talking about a whooping. I'm talking about my mom would have shamed me to anybody who would listen. You won't believe what Charity did. I mean, and she would talk about me so bad. Like, I'm like, how you do that to your kid? How you talk about your kid? Anybody talking about their kid like that to you, Joyce? A lot of them got frustrated with the underperformance of the students. One teacher made a video about how his students couldn't read properly. That's sad. Kids really should be reading before they go to school. They really should read before they go to school, before they ever step foot in the school. At minimum, they should know the alphabet by sight. They should know colors. They should know numbers. They should know how to write their name. They should know how to tie their shoe. They should know how to pull their pants up, pull their underwear up, and buckle their pants. They shouldn't need help with those things. They should know when their nose is running to wipe their nose, to wipe their eyes. It's all those things are taught to kids. They don't just, people get upset with kids for things that they didn't teach them. If you didn't teach your kids that, then of course they won't know. If you never read a book to your kid, then how will they know? That's how they learn. You read to them, and they learn how to sound out words by you reading them. And then before you know it, they're reading that book to you. But parents aren't taking time with them. They don't know what's going on at school. They're not helping their kids. Like I said, if you do all those things, the more you do when the kids are first born, when you first have a child, the more you do, the more you load into them, the more you download into your kids when they are from infancy to about 5 years old, the less work you'll have to do. My second daughter, that was the best kid ever because I was home with her mostly, and I taught her everything. She knew everything when she went to school. There was nothing that she did not know. And she was a go-getter, still is to this day. If she doesn't know something, she's going to find out and learn for herself. Hard work, I don't have to tell her nothing. I don't have to tell her anything at all. Most we had was your mama jokes, and that was hurting. Imagine hitting my mom's. I would have went to right. Now kids start at 3 years old, right? I see a lot of people, their kids are reading at 3. My fourth daughter, Robin, that's my type A girl right there. Robin could read so well. Robin knew everything. When her sister started kindergarten, Robin was like 3 years old, and Robin would be telling her the answers to all of her homework. And she would be looking mad at her because here, I think, what was she, like 6 years old, and Robin was probably like 4 answering the questions. Yep. And that prepares them for, like, people think that you go through high school and you get ready for college. No, you prepare your kids to be college students when they are 4 and 5 years old. If your kid cannot read at third and fourth grade, if they're still using their fingers to count, first of all, if they're using their fingers at all, if they are moving their mouth when they're reading, then your kid has a problem. You need to help your kid. And I'm not talking about, these are not kids with reading disabilities. These are not kids who have autism or special needs. These are kids that just haven't been taught anything. And all that, oh, well, my kid has this, or somebody said their kid has oppositional defiant disorder. That sounds like your kid is bad as F. That's what that sounds like to me. Opposition meaning you don't listen and do what somebody tell you to do. That means you're BAD. That's what they used to call it. Sit your little bad, you know what, down somewhere. You know. And like I said, most of that can be cured with a run around the park. Especially for boys. Boys are not meant to sit still. Boys are hunters and gatherers. Look at Callie. Callie can't sit his ass still for sheenit. Callie is a prime example of of a boy. When I worked with the girls would be sitting and doing each other's hair, talking about boys, and just talking and just boys every other minute. They were karate chopping, jump kicking, and everything else, but they were just playing. Like, I don't know how many times we thought it was about to be a fight that we would have to break up, and we'd have to tell them to stop horse playing, because that's how boys are. They can be out on a basketball court and they're just like play fighting and slap boxing, and it's all fun. You really always been like that, Callie? And that's how most boys are. And then to put them on a tablet and tell them to sit down somewhere, tell them to sit down. That's, a lot of parents, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. No. That's a boy that's supposed to be adventurous. He's supposed to be running from lions and tigers and bears. He's supposed to be going out hunting and building shelter. But because we are supposed to be civilized, he doesn't have to do those things. So, but his makeup is still his makeup. It's still what it is. So that's why football is a thing, because they still have that type of energy in them. That's why soccer is a thing, basketball is a thing, boxing, all of those things are still innate to boys. If they said that boys have less testosterone these days, they have less testosterone. That's why they're no longer 6 feet plus with hairy faces and just deep voices. I mean, these boys are being like 5 feet, like growing, like they don't grow past 5, 6, 5, 7. Like, what is this? Like, you're supposed to protect the family and you're like shorter than your woman? Like, where's your deep voice? Sit down. Like how the man when daddy gets home, he says, sit down somewhere. Like, where is that coming from? Like, you sound like me. Like, you don't have any bass in your voice or nothing. The bass in your voice is how you're supposed to attract women. We don't have that like we used to. I remember when I was in high school and junior high, the guys were tall. The guys look like pre-men, right? We don't really have that like that anymore. So, yeah, y'all got to get this stuff together. We got to get this stuff together with our kids, when they're little, because I don't feel like anybody is a lost cause or there's no hope for anybody. As long as we wake up in the morning and as long as we have breath in our body, we can do whatever. But I do feel like it's going to be a struggle for some of us, just because maybe we were too consumed with self instead of being concerned with our children. Maybe because we had no choice, we had to get out here and work and hustle, you know. Or maybe because we were dealing with life, the struggles and the stressors of life. It'll get better. It always does. Just stay focused and stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. And sometimes just, there will be times where you'll feel like you don't know what to do next. There will be those times. Don't do nothing. Just rest. It'll come to you. Drugs was a big problem, right? Definitely messed up generations, Callie. We were getting ahead. Before the civil rights movement, we were getting ahead. You know, we always had issues and problems, but a lot of us were getting ahead. We were business owners. We were homeowners. We were a proud people. We were intelligent. You know, we cared about how we looked. We cared about how our houses looked. We cared about how our children behaved. And, you know, life was a struggle, but we were doing the best we could based on our circumstances. And then here come the 70s and the 80s, and that stuff was put into our communities intentionally to hurt us and put us back behind, because we were getting too uppity, and they had to keep us behind. So that's an issue too. You was a preemie, drugs messed up at everything at one point. God is good, Callie, and you have a great spirit, and you're a great person. You're blessed to be. You're not lucky, you're blessed. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to know you. You're a good person. Very motivating, very inspiring. And that's not easy to be that. It's not easy to wake up and be that every day. You know? So keep being you and keep doing you. Well, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I just wanted to say hello to everybody and check in with you. I hope you guys had a good week. We got one more day. I know my kids are out of school next week, and I'll still be working. I'm going to go even harder next week. We got Black Friday coming out, so get ready for my Black Friday content. I will be working hard. I don't think I'll be taking a break, not even on Thanksgiving Day. But, yeah. You guys have a good night. Much love to you all. I thank you all for supporting me and always showing up. I really appreciate that. You guys be good to yourself and each other. Good night. Grandma raised you to get to it. Thank God for grandmas. Thank God for grandmas. I'll check you guys out later.